So Texas is building a base on the border, which will house hundreds of National Guard troops coming to help out with the migrant crisis. This base is going up in Eagle Pass, where the state of Texas has been battling with the federal government over access to the border for federal agents. And let's talk more about this now with the sheriff who knows the border well. Mark Daniels is the sheriff in Cochise County, Arizona. And welcome back to the program. I'll start with Texas because that news is out today, and then I want to shift over to your neck of the woods. Let me go to Governor Abbott, and let's hear from him on this base being built in Eagle Pass. Here's the governor.
This will increase the ability for a larger number of Texas Military Department personnel in Eagle Pass to operate more effectively and more efficiently. It will house up to 1,800 soldiers with the ability to expand up to 2,300 if we have surge needs.
Your thoughts on all these National Guard troops coming in from a bunch of states, Republican governors are sending them, and this base being built?
Well, Connell, thanks for having me again. Let me just say hats off to Governor Abbott for taking his oath of office to protect the citizens of Texas. He's doing that absent the federal government. And I respect his position of loneliness because we feel lonely down here in Cochise County too, because our federal government has abandoned border security for immigration processing, which has made our citizens vulnerable, made our state vulnerable, made our country vulnerable. So once again, I commend the governor. Because it's not happening, Connell, the message that the border is effectively secured by Secretary Mayorkas is a false narrative. We just got to accept it. Even President Biden several weeks ago made the comment that the border is not secured. We know that. Border Patrol chief who retired a few months back, Ortiz, said the same thing. We see it every day. Governor Abbott's taking a proactive stance. The citizen on your show here talking about it. What he's saying is the federal government has a legal responsibility to do that. They have chosen not to. They wanted to open the border up. That's really what's going on. If you want open borders, you like this administration. If you don't, well, like us, I take an oath to protect my citizens. We have to do a better job, Connell.
Now, the state in Texas, we've documented this. We were talking about it today. We've talked about it throughout, has really taken an active role, and to the point where there's been a lot of back and forth between the state and the federal authorities, as you know. How would you compare that to what you're seeing where you are, Cochise County, Arizona?
Well, we don't deal with the give-ups. We deal with gotaways. These are people being smuggled by the criminal cartels. I call it modern-day slavery. I call it ruthless behavior, humanitarian cause that are coming through my county, part of the Tucson sector, and we're seeing the tragedies. We're seeing the deaths. We're seeing the high-speed pursuits. We're seeing the crime as a result of it. Record crime here in Cochise County as a result of this border. I've done this 40 years, Connell. This is the worst I've ever seen it, the ugliest I've ever seen it. So I'm just one county out of 30-some counties out here, so and on the southwest border. This is a tragedy what's going on our border.